The number one question every student has is, how am I going to pay for my education? Well, don't panic. How do you think 19 million students paid for their education last year? So what is financial aid? Well, the Federal Student Aid Program is administered by the United States Department of Education and consists of two types of funds. Let's talk about grants first. These are amounts of money that the US government basically gives students to help them pay for their education. This means, except in very rare circumstances, these amounts never have to be repaid. They are essentially gifts that government gives to qualifying students. Another way of thinking about it is, this is the amount of your education that the government pays for you. Loans are the amounts of money the US government lends students, and as a general rule, no payments are required on these loans while you're in school, and repayment generally begins 6 months after you leave school, whether you complete your course of study or not. These loans are long-term loans that are repaid over 10 years or more and begin, as I said, 6 months after you leave school. If you have federal student loans from another school, you may be able to defer payment until 6 months after you've finished your education with us. There are basically two types of loans, and most students require both kinds of loans for each academic year. The loans are called subsidized and unsubsidized. Now, the main difference between these two types of loans is that the subsidized loans do not accrue any interest until you enter repayment, while unsubsidized loans begin charging interest from the time the loan proceeds are received by the school for the benefit of the student. However, even though interest is being charged on the unsubsidized loan, you can choose not to pay any interest until you've been out of school for 6 months. The accrued interest is simply added to the amount you borrowed. Grants and loans are available for each academic year of your program to students who qualify. An academic year is 3 quarters long and consists of 36 credit hours for financial aid purposes. So that's a lot of financial aid help, but how do students cover the difference between the total cost of education and the amount of government grants and loans available? Well, if you have a college fund, of course now's the time to use it. If not, your college may offer you a pay-as-you-go plan. And that's how most of us paid our way through college. I'm hoping that your education will lead you to a lifelong career, future financial security, and immense personal and professional satisfaction. So let's see how much you might qualify for.